Welcome back to Group Influence, guys. I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm your host, Axel. Today I am joined by the man himself, Matthew, and a very, very special guest who is now my mother-in-law, Miss Karen Doran. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, Karen.
Welcome.
I know you're eager to get on the podcast. I was hearing that you were nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm fine. Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Doing very well.
Yeah.
Very good day. Yep.
What's that?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are my angel cards.
Oh my god.
We'll start off with this, guys. Karen is a witch. No, I'm just kidding. She's not a witch. She's not a witch. She does do tarot card readings, though. And she's pretty fucking accurate. When did you get into tarot cards?
Well, since I've been really small, I've been like really spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Like not for the going to the church, but just like when I was a child, I would collect holy medals.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have enough holy medals. And so I would furl them away. I just found a box recently and I think I gathered them when I was about like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always, kind of felt that I could feel people's energy.
Oh, okay.
Like whatever, if you go into the room, you can kind of feel the good vibes or the bad vibes. And then I had a friend and she was really into metaphysical stuff. And we used to go to these little workshops locally,
Mm-hmm.
when the kids were small in the evening, just to kind of pass the winter, if
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else. And I kind of discovered I really liked it.
Uh,
So then I decided to buy some cards. And I like the angel cards because, I believe that we all have guardian angels.
so there's like different types of cards that you can read.
Yeah, there's angel cards, animal cards, just regular tarot cards. There's all different kinds, but
Okay.
I gravitate towards these because I feel that, I'm a messenger. I don't know how good I am, but I feel that if someone comes to me and they want a reading, they need something,
Yeah.
and it's not me making up
Mm-hmm.
something out of my head. It's, they pick the cards and they pick what messages they need to hear from the angels. So I'm like a go-between, if you like. So it's, I'm always amazed myself
Mm-hmm.
at how accurate it is for people, and it just gives a snapshot
Yeah.
to what's going on in someone's life. And the most interesting thing is most people are pretty open if they want a reading, but then there's people that do, but they
Mhm.
don't really believe in it. And it's funny because I always say pick 5 cards, and some people will confirm what you're saying to them.
Yeah.
The first 2 cards that are flipped, and some people won't. But when I get to card number 3, I know exactly why they're with me and what they need.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to tell me anything.
Yeah.
So I think I really enjoy doing it because I think if I can give someone some kind of peace or confirmation that they are on the right track
Yeah.
in their life and what they need to focus on, it's a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
So I love it.
That's good. That's good.
A lot of people are skeptical, but
Yeah,
hey-ho.
that shit is fucking creepy. Karen put me in the hospital one
I did
time,
not.
so
I read your cards that said
She
you would be
did.
going to the hospital.
You said somebody I knew or me would be in the hospital, and I got back from Ireland. In the hospital, I was twice because I was dying from. I forgot what it was. Romy, do you remember? Influenza B, I think it was.
It was influenza B and COVID.
Yeah, it
You
was
got
pretty
double
bad.
bubble.
Yeah, but you predicted that because of you. Because
The
you,
angels sent me the messages, and I just am the messenger.
Karen. Yeah.
And it was just a warning, like what was coming
guess.
up. So
Don't shoot the messenger.
yeah, don't shoot the messenger. And I didn't put you in the hospital, just to be clear.
No,
For anyone
that's
watching.
that's just to tell you guys, like, she's really accurate in that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So like,
shockingly.
like, if you want to know stories and stuff like that, we can definitely have Karen back on here and tell us about some crazy tarot card stories. But let's get to know you, mother-in-law.
Me, little me.
So how old are you?
Do I have to divulge that?
No.
Yeah, that's very rude to ask that.
A gentleman
I was
never
just
asks the lady.
asking.
Well, you
I
can
was just
ask all you like.
asking. Okay, we'll move on from that.
Because you could get that tarot card back again.
Yeah, I don't want.
She is 38 years of age.
And then some.
Um, God, I don't know what to say right now. You put me on the spot.
You're the interviewer.
I forgot, and it's rude to ask people's age, so.
Oh, it's okay.
That's
It's
on
worth
me.
a shot.
That's on me.
Worth taking a chance.
So where are you originally from? Because you're not from Killybegs.
No, I was born in England.
Mm.
My father was English, and my mother's from Donegal in
Where
Ireland.
where in England?
Yeah.
A place outside London called Harlow, Essex.
Mm.
So I was born there.
Harlow, Texas.
Yeah, and we moved to Ireland when I was 9. So
Why did you move to Ireland?
my mother really missed being at home, and she
Mhm.
felt like that we would have a better life in Ireland, you know, in a smaller community. And, you know, at that time, the troubles between Ireland and Northern Ireland were pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a good time for any Irish living in England,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we moved, and it was a big culture shock for us. But once we kind of settled in, the freedom that we had, and the people in Killybegs, it's a fishing port, so the people are very open.
Yeah.
People coming from all over the world. And we were accepted into the community in Killybegs
Yeah.
really easily. And we spent our days going to the beach and playing in the forest, and safe as anything, and, you know, small community.
You said you had more freedom when you moved to Ireland, but, like, were you, like, being attacked when you were in England and all that? Or
No,
like, no.
it was just, you know, a suburb outside London.
Mhm.
And it was just busy. Like, we lived in a nice house, and we went to a really nice, the school was very good there.
Yeah.
But you always had to be aware of stranger danger, and, you know, you just didn't have the same freedom.
Yeah.
No, I loved the school I went to in England. My friends were kids from all over, you know, and it was really nice, and we had a good time in our neighbourhood and stuff. But, just, there's something about, you know, going to the beach,
Yeah.
you know, and playing in the forest. And we used to like campfires and all kinds of things. And it was a fishing port, so when the boats would tie up for the summer,
Yeah.
we would buy a box cutter and wire, and we'd fish for mackerel, you know, at the end of the...
What's a mackerel?
Mackerel is a type of fish.
Uh.
And we just had a great time. And then as I got older then, you know, you need a little job. So I was like the queen of babysitting in Killybegs. And people were so nice, you know.
You babysat Shamie Coleman.
I used to live up near Shamie Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids that I babysat, when I go back to Ireland, I meet them when I'm out at night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, was I a good babysitter?
Yeah.
And they always say, yeah, you were the
Do they
best.
buy you pints and stuff?
Actually, some of them do. So people are very, you know, they're very accepting. And with me going over and back now, it's been fantastic for me, because going home on my own, you know, it's been pretty tough. But everyone's great.
Yeah.
You know, people are so nice, and they just have such manners. And, you know, they love a bit of a chat, and, you know, they just say, you're a Killybegs girl. It doesn't matter how long you've been away.
The Killybegs queen.
Yeah, you're a Killybegs girl through and through. So, you know,
So,
it's good.
how long did you live in Ireland? Because you said you moved when you were really young.
So I moved from England when I was 9. And then when I finished school, I hated school. I was a rebel student. Was not interested. No way, no how.
Did you hate the school or just the nuns?
We went to the nuns when we first came from England. And I figured out that if you told them you had no breakfast, they'd send you up to the convent for a big Irish fry. So I used to do that a lot, because then you walk up to the convent, and, you know, one of the nuns there would make you this gorgeous breakfast, and you'd miss like an hour of class. So it was good.
Yeah.
Any scars from the nuns?
No, we honestly, we went to, when we first came, we lived with my grandmother in Glenties, which was about 15 mile away. And I have to tell you, those nuns that were there, they were very nice to us. There wasn't any of them that I could say anything bad about. They were good, you know. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
But it was better when we moved to Killybegs.
Yeah.
You know, we made loads of friends and a lot of freedom, and life was good. But then it came to, I finished school when I was 18, and in the 80s, everyone went to New York.
Was that just like the popular location?
It was just, you know, go to New York, get a job, and have a good time. So
was it like the closest place you could get to in the U.S.?
Yeah, and my sister was there with her boyfriend, who's now her husband. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to New York. And I remember sitting on the plane, and the plane was landing at JFK, and I had absolutely zero idea about New York.
Yeah.
So I think my sister and her boyfriend picked me up from the airport, and then they all had work on the Monday. I arrived on a Saturday, and she said, before they left for work, just don't open the door to anyone. So I was terrified.
Where were you in New York?
In the Bronx.
Bronx.
So I'm like, oh, this is kind of scary. So then there used to be, and I think it's online now, it was called the Irish Echo.
Mm-hmm.
So you would look in there to get a job, and the first job you're going to do is like a nanny, or babysitting, whatever. So I applied for a job, and it was for a woman in Greenwich Village.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to my sister, I don't even know how to use the subway.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. You know, and in those days we'd no phones.
Mm-hmm.
So she drew me a map and told me what trains to get.
Yeah.
And showed me where the subway station was, and I got on the subway.
Mm-hmm.
And my first job, she was very wealthy.
Yeah.
And she lived in this amazing apartment building. I always remember it was on Barrow Street.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who lived next door was Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones.
Oh, shit.
So she had a 4-month-old baby.
Yeah.
So I minded the baby while she went to the gym and did her shopping.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually very nice. And so I did that for a while. And then I'm like, I think I need more hours. So I got a job with this woman in Greenwich Village, not that far away. And she was an assistant district attorney.
Yeah.
And her husband was a lawyer for the Yankees. That meant nothing to me at that time. I didn't know who they were or anything.
Yeah.
And she...
biggest baseball team ever.
I know, I had no idea. And Dustin Hoffman's ex-wife lived upstairs. So if I was going to be late for work, I would ring and she would get the baby until I arrived.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea. She was really nice. But it used to be funny because she would try and set me up with all these hotshot lawyers.
Yeah.
So she worked downtown in a place called Centre Street. That's where like all the court houses, whatever. And she'd say, bring the baby down. So I'd bring the baby on the subway. And she'd bring me in and try and set me up with all these guys that were like in their suits.
Yeah.
And I'm like 19, have no idea. So she was very nice. And I worked for her for a few years. And then, what did I do? And then decided I'd be a nurse's aide.
Yeah.
So I got a job with this guy in Long Island. He was a retired policeman.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to stay there from Monday to Friday. And, you know, I'd be like recovering until about Wednesday from being partying all weekend.
Is that the crazy policeman?
No, that was somebody else.
Somebody
We'll
else.
talk about that later. Yeah, so I did that, and the family were really good to me. And
Yeah.
the guy was a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think I did that for a long time, but then I got fed up because I didn't want to be in the house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted to be home at night.
Yeah.
So I left that job and I decided I would be a dental assistant. So I blagged my way into the job. I'm actually still friends with that dentist to this day.
Really?
He was like a Jewish guy in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
And he let me have free run of what I wanted to do. Now, I worked my tail off.
Yeah.
But he was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't pay me that much, so he could have paid me more. But I was like all the time jamming.
How much were you getting paid back then, like when you were in New York?
Oh my God. Well, the nurse's aide job was great.
Yeah.
Because, like, how many years ago?
That was
Over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I was getting probably $120 a day.
Oh shit.
So I had a
Back
lot of
then,
that.
bro,
Was
that's like
yeah, I
sheesh.
got a lot of money back then, and I used to save it all up because I wasn't going anywhere all week.
Yeah.
But the dentist, he wasn't good for paying, but I suppose it was good for that time.
Yeah.
You know, but I was lucky because I had my sister and her boyfriend at the time had decided to go back to Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
and they left me.
Yeah.
So I stayed with my friend for a while, kind of temporarily, and then I met a guy from Cavan who had a house with 2 spare bedrooms in a much nicer area in Woodlawn, which is where a lot of the Irish are now. And he had 2 rooms, so myself and another girl I was friends with from Donegal, who's still in Woodlawn, we took the rooms. And he was great. I'm still friends with him. He had a construction company.
Yeah.
And he had a load of money. We had known. I had known. But he was really good to us. So then his girlfriend at the time moved from Cavan out to him in New York. And, she spoiled us rotten. She would, like, have all the housekeeping done. She would take our laundry to the laundromat while we were working.
Yeah.
She'd make our dinner. We were ruined. You know, she was so nice. So I worked for the dentist, actually, until I left New York.
How long were you in New York for?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
What was the best thing that happened to you when you were in New York? Like the number one thing you were like, that's why I want to go back to New York.
I think I was really lucky. The one thing I would say about New York is the New Yorkers are great people.
Yeah.
I think that I definitely had a guardian angel on my side, because I do not know how that nothing ever happened to me, because I was a wild thing. Like at the end of the night, I'd walk home on my own from the bar. My sister used to go nuts. And like I would get on the subway late at night and have to change trains in Harlem, and it would be a wing and a prayer.
Isn't that where we were staying last time we went?
Yeah.
In Harlem?
And it was, but you know, honestly, there'd be guys that would get on the train, and I swear that I think they would get on to rob me, and then I'd start chatting to them.
Yeah.
How you doing, boys? And then we'd just laugh and like.
So you
"You're
never
okay."
got like robbed or anything like that?
We had a flasher once. This was kind of a funny thing.
A flasher?
There was 2 subways, you know, east side and west side.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go on either of them to go to
Yeah.
work. So a girl, an Irish girl from Clare, actually, lived in the same building as me. So we would walk together in the morning. You know, this is winter time, 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I would call for her, and we'd be gossiping about what happened at the weekend and, you know, did you meet anyone or any of that kind of thing. And we were walking up the road, chit-chatting, and this Asian guy comes out in the middle of winter, pair of shorts on him, and starts doing stuff to himself.
Doing what
So
stuff?
we're like busy chatting.
Yeah.
And, you know, she said, "Oh, look at that dirty man." We carried on walking. That was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Tuesday, she wasn't going, and I decided I would take the other train. So I walked a different direction on my own.
Yeah.
Then on the Wednesday, I called for her, and the guy had actually crossed the street closer to us, and he was like playing with himself.
The same guy.
Same guy, same shorts, same sweatshirt.
An Asian lad in the middle of a winter in New York.
Middle of the winter,
There probably
7
wasn't
in-
much to flash.
Just
7 in the
wanking
morning.
his little thing.
7 in the morning in the Bronx. So we were like, he's just a dirty whatever.
Yeah.
And then I started to get nervous because I'm like, this is day 2. He's like waiting for us. So I told my brother-in-law, but he just rolled around with laughter. He didn't take it seriously. So I told this other Irish guy in the building, and he was from Donegal. And I told him, and he says, "Tell you what, call for me in the morning and I'll follow you up." So the Thursday morning, we go up And now at this stage, the Asian guy has the whole lad out and working away on himself and very close to us.
Yeah.
So we walk past him, and then I say, "That's the guy."
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
friend comes, and he's got a huge knife with him. And he chases the guy up the road, and we're now crying with the laughter on
Yeah,
the road
yeah.
because the guy, "I'm going to catch you, and I'm going to cut it off."
Oh
And
my
we're
God.
like wetting ourselves laughing. So we walk to the subway, and then the Irish guy comes. He's out of breath. "Don't think that guy'll bother you anymore, girls."
Mhm.
And off he went to work, and we were fine.
Yeah.
So then about a month later, my other friend said, "Oh yeah, I met a friend of yours on the way home from work tonight." I'm like, "Who?"
Yeah.
She says, "Well, I was walking to my apartment, and this Asian guy comes running after me and says, 'Can you tell your friend I'm really sorry and I'll never do it again?'"
Still flashing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he had
That would've been
sweatpants
so
on.
funny.
So that was his weird way of like flirting with you.
I have no idea, but it was not.
Must be.
We thought it was hilarious, but then we realised, oh, this could be more serious. So, but no, nothing
You
really.
have any questions you want to ask your mother?
Do you have any questions for mom?
Yeah, I feel like you as her son, you know, you want to get to know your mom to a deeper level.
I mean, I just remember Gregory. So Gregory is my auntie's husband.
Yeah.
I remember Gregory saying he would see some crazy shit in New York growing up. Like he said, because like they didn't have washing and dryer machines in the house,
Yeah,
so you'd have to go like to the public one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He said he saw like an old woman at the laundromat, and some lad just came in and just knocked her out cold.
We used to,
What the fuck?
yeah, there was, when we lived there was the Irish American kids,
Yeah.
and they hated us
Mhm.
because they'd see us out drinking, with money to party, you know.
So they just beat up women?
They used to wait for us outside the bars.
Really?
And then I remember one 4th of July, we were in the bar all the time. That's just what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember walking back from the bar, and Gregory and my sister were there. And we had plenty of drink on board. It was probably like 6 or 7 on us, whatever.
Yeah.
And a gang approached us,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, "Oh shit, this isn't good." So Gregory said, "Okay, when we get past them, just run."
Yeah.
And they had one of those M80 grenade things.
What the fuck?
And they threw it, and it burned my leg. So, but there was nothing we could do. You know, now a lot of Irish in that time were undocumented,
Mm-hmm.
but the police were amazing. They said, "We don't care if you have papers.
Yeah.
You know, you come to us for anything you need." You know? So then, what else happened?
Plugs, bro.
One
Plug.
night I was going home from the bar with my friend at the time. We
Yeah.
were sitting on a wall, chit-chatting, and the next thing, a broken bottle. A bottle was thrown off a roof and crashed down beside us.
Yeah.
We recognised the guy, and he worked in the local deli.
Mm-hmm.
I went into that deli every day for 2 weeks. And I'm like, "No, I want him to serve me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You ever do that again, we're coming for you."
Yeah,
You
you
know,
don't want
so
Karen threatening
there
you
was
guys.
bits like, I was always very lucky.
Mhm.
Like one time there was a guy harassing me on the subway. I was going to work, and it was a Sunday,
Yeah.
and it was like a side job I had of minding this little kid again
Mhm.
in Greenwich Village. And some guy was like harassing me so badly on the train, and now I had no phone,
Mm-hmm.
so I ring my sister, and I had to change trains at Yankee Stadium, and I rang her and said, "If I don't come home tonight, call the police, because whatever." Anyway, I got on the train, and a homeless guy who was on the train came over, and he said, "Is he harassing you?" And I said, "He is." He says,
Yeah.
"Right then, next stop, you get off, and I'll not let him off the train, and you run,
Mhm.
jump on another train." So that's what I did. So I was very lucky that I met nice people along my travels,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of looked out for me. Like another
Mhm.
time the subway went on fire, and I had to get off in Harlem, and this dude comes over and he says, "You can't be walking through Harlem by yourself." He's
It was really that bad back then?
it was bad that back then. So he's like, you can't walk to the bus stop in Harlem by yourself. It's not safe. I'm like, well, the train's on fire. What can I do? And he said, I'll put you on the bus. You come with me. And he walked me to the bus and he waited till I got on. And
it didn't seem that bad when we were there. But you were saying, like...
in those days, it was...
difference between the 80s and 2022.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But even now, like, they consider Harlem, like you were saying last time when we went, like, this Harlem is still kind of like the...
Yeah, well,
dangerous
word up
area.
is that parts of Harlem got gentrified, but that's a load of bullshit right there. Because we saw different.
Yeah,
you know, so... You know, it's like any city. There's neighborhoods that you really have no business going into.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same here in Seattle. You know, so I was really fortunate that people were decent.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of helped me out if I needed it. So I was lucky. They were my guardian angels. That's what I say.
When did you move to Seattle? Did you go from New York to here, or
No,
what was that? What was your life like?
So I lived in New York and I worked for the dentist and I shared a house with the guy from Cavan and the girl from Donegal, and life was good. Oh, but then I got stalked.
Yeah.
So things were not great. And then I got a sore ear and I needed an operation and I had no health insurance.
Yeah, so you can't do shit over there.
So I was really lucky because the dentist knew an ENT guy. So he would give me loads of free antibiotics and stuff and not charge me for the visits.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's like, you really need to go home and have the surgery. You can't have it here. So I decided to go home, and my sister was getting married. So I thought, I'll go home, I'll have the ear surgery, I'll go to the wedding, and I'll come back to New York.
Yeah.
So went home, had the surgery, went to the wedding, but then I met my husband.
The man himself, the
Yeah.
legend, Michael Doran.
Yeah, poor Michael.
Tell us about him.
Huh?
Yeah,
Tell us about him.
Tell us about your wonderful
Well, I
husband.
met him in a bar in the Bronx. When I worked in Greenwich Village, we used to all go to the same park with the kids. It was Washington Square Park. It's a really nice place to go to. And all the Irish nannies would go there, so we'd all meet up and have a great time, and all the kids would play. So I met this girl from Drogheda, and her name was Colette, and really nice girl, and she was going out with a guy who was best friends with Michael. So she came up to the Bronx. She used to come up to the Bronx to see her boyfriend because that's where he lived. So we all met in the bar one night, and Michael was there, but you know, I was a bit of a party girl, so I don't know. I think we went out maybe once or something, but I was a bit wild. I wasn't really interested, to tell you the truth.
For those people watching on camera, guys, I am so sorry. We have like an infestation of fucking fruit flies in our fucking garage for some reason. We cannot figure out why, but they're like consistently just
I think they like the wine that we're drinking, actually.
But not even
No,
like,
it's not just the wine.
Yeah.
it's like something else. We can't figure it out. So if you guys know how to get rid of fruit flies, comment down below.
Hey, drop a line.
They are
for real, like this shit's
annoying
getting
little
so
bastards.
annoying. Like, and we're clean people too. It's not like we're dirty. Like
No.
we're not dirty at all. We're really clean. So help us, because this shit's very annoying.
I think you left a McChicken under the fucking couch or something.
Fuck, that sucks. That fucking sucks.
There's
Or a
fucking
McFlurry.
loads of them.
Yeah, McFlurry, Axel.
When was this? Is this when I left for Alaska?
It might have
Oh
been.
yeah, it was right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Damn,
I picked it
I
up.
started this, but it's not here
I think
anymore. It's been like
yeah.
a month.
I think you started
No,
the McFly incident, tell you the
Yeah.
truth, with your McFlurry.
So cheers, Axel.
Yeah,
Cheers
cheers.
to me. Guys, don't forget, we're still trying to get the sponsor for Rainier. So Rainier, if you give us a sponsor, it'll help us get rid of these fruit flies.
Yeah.
So please, comment out at Rainier. Thank you.
We gotta be careful. The whole pod could just be mom telling us about every weirdo she's met in New York.
No, yeah, all right. Let's
no,
switch it.
I'm done with New York.
All right. So
Moving
The,
on.
the Flasher is my favorite.
yeah, I can.
That was
yeah.
pretty funny. It was so funny, actually. We were so when I think of it, we were so innocent. We
Honestly,
hadn't
though, like that's
care
such
in
a
the
New
world.
York thing. Like after we went the last time. Remember when we were in Little Italy?
Yeah.
That Tony guy, he started chasing that random guy down the street, and then he comes back. He's like, "What? What do you say? I got him?" Or like, what do you say? Like, I knocked him out. That's what he remember. Tony.
The New Yorkers are anything can go.
We found a YouTube video of him too. I'm gonna post it up so you guys can know who we're talking about, specifically Tony. Tony, the guy from Little Italy. He's a legend.
Yeah.
But
New York is great. I'd prefer New York to Seattle, hands down, across the board.
Really?
100%.
You can't even drive a fucking car over there.
You can.
It's so ass though. That's like the luxury of these kind of.
It's not ass out
Nah,
here.
living in the city would be cool as fuck.
I mean,
No,
New York
is great.
living in the city. I mean, I did love it when we went because I mean the subway
very
takes
busy
you
there.
everywhere.
Yeah.
The subway is the way to get around over there, but like,
Well, everyone does the subway.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you've got a driver, you're doing the subway. And that's what I liked about New York is like you had every class of person on the subway.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I think it's truthfully, I think Seattle's a beautiful city for raising a family, but it's kind of boring. Like if I
What?
was
Really?
if I was young and single, I would not be in Seattle. No. And New York is much funner. The people are far more open.
I mean, if you're a young
Yeah.
person, then like,
But you need
yeah,
a lot
I
of
definitely
energy
see
for
that.
New York.
Yeah, no, it's
You
a
know,
lot. It's
like
a
you
lot.
need to be on all of the time. So I think it's much nicer here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you get a bit more peace. You know, and the lifestyle is nice,
If it
but
wasn't,
it's more fun in New York.
where else would you have moved to in the U.S. if it wasn't Washington? Let's say you were
Well-
wanting to leave New York and you went back to Ireland. Now you were coming back. Like, where else would you go?
Do you know where was really nice? Because in New York we would try and get away whenever we could.
Yeah,
Boston.
Boston.
Boston was
Really?
really nice. Yeah.
Really?
Massachusetts, a lot to do there, and
There's also just loads of Irish in Boston.
there's loads of Irish. But I think
Really?
I would have liked it because of there's a lot of Irish from Donegal in Boston.
Okay.
You know, for the fishing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably I would have loved it there as well.
Okay.
But there's not really anywhere else I would go. I think Europe.
You
Just
just
one
would have
glass
gone
is
back to
done, bro.
Europe.
I would. You know, here's the thing about anyone.
Yeah.
You can get up and go wherever you want to. And it's
Mhm.
not about money. You just need, you know.
But it is.
It is about money. Let's be real. Let's
Well,
be
when I
real.
went
What
to
are
New
you
York, I
talking
had very little
about?
money.
You want us to move to Ireland because it's too
Yeah,
expensive.
because you were
here.
shacking up with
No,
all these
but
rich
to move.
lawyers.
I was.
Of course, it
Never
wasn't
any
about money for you.
I come back from New York with nothing, baby. I partied it the whole way, and I wouldn't swap that for anything because it was a great experience, and I kicked my heels and met loads of nice people. I still have my friends from New York.
Actually?
All of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We met with one of them. Like,
Yeah.
Two
No,
of them.
I
No,
could-
two of them, right?
I
When we
could
were
rock
there.
up to New York next week and pick it up where I wanted.
New York is
Yeah.
actually really fun. I actually
Yeah.
really
But
like
you
it.
just need so much energy. So here was good for raising kids,
Yeah.
you know. So
It's just crazy. Like on TikTok, there's just like there's been a trend of just kids showing how tiny some of their apartments are
yeah.
for like you know the price for we got for our new place.
Yeah.
Like that price would pay for like a half a studio apartment in New York.
Yeah.
That
Well, you're
It's,
not.
it's bad. Some of
Unless
it's
you're
bad.
really well to do, you're not living in the city. You're certainly not
Yeah.
living in Greenwich Village or anywhere near Midtown, East
Yeah.
Side. You know, you're living up Harlem.
Yeah.
But Woodlawn is good because,
Crazy.
you know, at the time we moved there,
Yeah.
you could only get a place there if you knew someone. So it was
Mhm.
very safe, you know, and good community,
Yeah.
you know. So it was
Be-
good.
Just
Before-
so expensive.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is fucking.
Yeah.
mad
Like you
expensive.
pay $5,000 and you're pretty much living in the same spot like Harry Potter lived in under the stairs.
Seriously, that's kind of
Yeah,
fucked.
but that's city life.
Well, they figure like,
You know?
hey, you're living in the best city in the world, so take it or leave it.
New York is expensive. But then look at Seattle, you know?
It's just hard to compare because it's not like we live in the city of Seattle. We rarely go.
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't.
Seattle itself is so garbage. as it is.
The city itself does nothing for me. No, I do love when you're driving across the bridge into Seattle. It's beautiful.
No, yeah.
I will always love that.
The commute is the most.
Yeah, but
best
downtown
part about
Seattle,
it.
honestly, it's
I
kind
mean,
of
lately
much
with all these
going.
crackheads, it's fucking been awful.
But you're now like, even now on the east side, like there's places that it's sketchy.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true.
Like
That's true.
Safeway's sketchy after
What?
10 o'clock at night.
But did Romy just go and start typing on the ground? I just hear typing over there in the corner.
She's hiding like a mouse.
Yeah, because my wife is in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she went over there because I can't hear it on the headset, but she was typing over there. I could hear it.
Yeah. Right.
Safeway sketchy?
Yeah.
Well, the last time I went in there,
she's
right?
not wrong. She's not
And
wrong.
this is why I want out, because I just want to go and do my grocery shopping without any trouble, right? I just want to go in, buy the food, and leave.
What do you mean by any trouble? Because, like, trouble nowadays over here in America is, like, I don't want to go to the grocery store and not talk to anybody.
Well, that seems to be pretty impossible because, I don't know, am I a nut magnet? But I went to the grocery store. There's 2 occasions here. And the first guy who was checking me out commented on the pate that I bought and said it was gross. So obviously I had to say something to him. I'm like, what did you just say? I heard what you said, you know? And like it went back and forth. Yeah.
The patty that you got was gross.
And then he said, oh, it's just cat food. And I said, you know what? With your attitude, you're going to have a really great life. And, like, fingers to you, mate.
He probably said that, then went to California Burrito to have lunch.
Yeah, if you
So
be
then,
careful, guys.
so I then go to Safeway then,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm checking out, buying cat food, the usual milk, whatever. And the guy says to me, hey, how are you? I say, I'm fine, how are you? Wrong thing for me to say.
Yeah.
Because he says, I'm not good, I haven't slept in 3 days.
Oh, shit.
So I have a choice of pretending I didn't hear that or follow it up to say, what's wrong? And then he tells me he's living with a woman and it's domestic violence.
So he's getting beat up.
So he's getting beat up
Wow.
as I'm getting to scan my cat food.
Yeah.
Like, how do you... So in 3 minutes, while
fucking
you know,
God.
the time I have left for him to check me out, I'm trying to think of something to say that might help him. And it was just the saddest thing, you know? So,
I mean, it's probably a simple answer.
probably.
Nail that cunt in the face.
I said, can you not move out? He says, it's too expensive, you know? So, you know, and you know, squatting rights here, if you live in a property for more than 12 days,
It's yours.
You
Like,
can
you can't
squat.
be kicked out.
that's terrible.
Yeah, the whole
So-
squatting thing's nuts. There's been cases in New York.
Yeah.
There's been cases in New York where like squatters will come into the home. I heard this somewhere, but like some lady called the cops on squatters that were in the home, and then they came and arrested the woman that lived there. And
No way.
then, and then the squatters stayed because they had
That's
been there for a
terrible.
certain amount of time.
That's fucking
See,
awful.
that's why people don't want to rent anymore because
the possibility.
Squatting's
Just,
the new wave.
well, there's so many good tenants that just
yeah.
a lot of people, and this is why I want to go back to Ireland, is because we're so segregated here by money, you know, and it's just so difficult for people to get a heads up and own a property,
Yeah.
and even rent. You know, the ridiculous thing you have to qualify for any decent apartment in a good location, you know, and it's just like you're always up against it here. You know, that's what I feel, you know. So I want out. I'm done.
You heard it here, guys. Leave America. It's
I'm
shit.
done. No, it's not. It's not shit by any means, but I think it's a money culture. It's a money. If you want to be here
is,
making
yeah.
money,
Yeah.
great. You're gonna live the life.
I want to
You know?
ask you something.
Uh-oh.
As a person that, when it comes to the election here in America, it's more important to you guys than it is to us right now. Well, not
Talk about
honestly.
a politically loaded question.
Not until
Axel.
now. Not until now. Like, now our generation is finally starting to step up and be like, yo, we actually care about this. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want a dumbass president. Like, The only question is, who do you think is actually going to win? Like,
well, the thing about politics is this is what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like I have my own opinion about things, but I always welcome another person's opinion because we all look at things so differently.
Yeah.
So if someone who is on the opposing side,
Mm-hmm.
they might say one thing that might make me change how I feel about something.
Yeah.
That's why it's really important to respect everyone's opinion,
Mhm.
whether it's religion, politics, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone has something to bring to the table. But tell you the truth, I think I do have a lot of regard for Kamala Harris
Okay.
because of her past career. It's very telling that she is a caring person and she wants to do good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance that she'll follow through on what she says.
But are Democrats always really that honest? Do they actually follow through with the things that they say?
I tell you the truth, I don't bother watching any of that stuff because, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
But I feel there's a good possibility that Trump could get in because it's about money in this country.
Okay.
And people really believed, there's
Yeah.
a large majority of people that felt that the economy was better. I don't know whether that was the case because I didn't follow it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, the bottom line is about money. So it doesn't matter about his morality or any of the rest of it.
Yeah.
All people care about is their stocks and shares, interest rates, and how can they get tax breaks. And that is really sad, but that is the culture here,
Yeah.
So I actually would not be surprised at all if he got in again.
What government is better? The government of Ireland or the United States?
Oh, no, there's no... Like, America's a big country.
What government is better?
What government is better? That's like...
I don't know. Like,
No, I think...
you never know.
You just had to ask a politics question.
I had to.
I think you can't answer that because you can't compare any government.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But I do think the longer I live, and maybe this is just because I'm getting older now, I do believe in socialized medicine. Because I do believe...
What do you mean by socialized
Socialized
medicine?
medicine. I would much prefer pay a higher tax if I thought everyone was going to get medical care that they need.
Okay.
Now, working in healthcare background myself
Mm-hmm.
and being privy to people coming in that had no insurance.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when people don't have insurance, they cannot go to the doctor for their checkups.
Okay.
And even when you do have insurance here, right?
Mhm.
Like that time you broke your leg and 2 bones, Matthew, you didn't qualify for unemployment. You couldn't even go on disability because by the time the paperwork would have been done, your leg was better.
Damn, that's
And
fucked.
only that you had us, you would have been dead in the water. And that's
Yeah.
the problem. So
I got beef with the government in Ireland and America.
Why
in Ireland they're not perfect.
Well, because
by
I
any
lived in
means.
Ireland and I was doing this course, and all the students in the course got paid, but I got paid less money because I wasn't an Irish citizen, even though I was born in Ireland.
You are an Irish citizen.
So wouldn't that make you an Irish citizen?
You
Yeah.
are an
Even
Irish
then?
citizen, but you weren't resident in the country.
But I've been
For-
living in the country.
Not for 3 years, so, and you were actually lucky to get paid anything. You
The
know?
truth comes out.
So Michael
Sorry.
D. Higgins, you owe me about €2,000.
No, I don't think the Irish government, there's a lot to be done there. But at the same token is you can go to the hospital there and you can be sick and you don't have to worry about a bill.
Yeah.
So problem here is people don't want to take time off work when they're sick because they don't have enough sick days.
Mm-hmm.
And they're worried about how am I going to, if they get a serious illness, a lot of people lose everything. And that shouldn't be the way it is. Shouldn't, But a lot of people are not interested in socialized medicine.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay that extra tax. Because the taxes are very high in Ireland. They are. But then again, is it not worth it to make sure everyone gets good health care?
Suppose, eh?
I
Yeah,
would
no, it's
say
not
so,
perfect. The waiting lists are crazy.
Yeah.
There's no free Starbucks coffee. There's no goldfish tank in the waiting room.
Is there
like
any?
is
Is there
here.
any Starbucks in Ireland?
Yeah, in like Dublin.
Is there?
Like
Just
major
like the main
cities.
city. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what's funny though?
On the countryside.
In Donegal, I
Yeah.
go to this place called Desi's of Brooklis to get gas and groceries.
Uh huh.
And
Is
they
that the
have
place that's by the cemetery, or like when you go down the hill?
this is out the road.
Okay.
Yeah. And they have this giant cup that says Seattle's best coffee on it.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So I always think that's hilarious, you know?
If anybody watching is from Killybegs or Donegal, comment down below. I'm from Donegal or
Oh,
Killybegs.
Donegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I love the sense of freedom at home.
Well, if you're watching, comment how many pints deep you are right now.
Yeah. We're about 45 minutes in. You know, I expect you people from Ireland to be drinking with us as we are drinking as well.
There's an 8-hour time difference. They might all be in bed.
What time is it?
I mean, by the time this comes out tomorrow, it'll
7
be
in the morning.
Yeah, no.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's
Aw.
11, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 10:52. Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
11, so 7.
Damn.
Everyone's getting up for work.
Yes, guys. We this is coming out during the week as
I'm still
You
on
guys
my
m-
holidays, so I can have a drink
yeah,
during the week.
Karen leaves later this week.
I
sadly.
leave on Monday.
But yeah, this is an episode during the week. I know, new, never done this before. I am not
Yeah.
working, so I'm filming more than I'm used to doing. But
Yeah.
enjoy the content. It'll be coming out. The video during the week will be coming out on Wednesdays, and then I'll always be posting a video on Sunday. That's just like our main day.
Mm-hmm.
But until October 17th, 2 videos. Remember that. And I will be filming my solo episode soon, so if you guys have any questions for me, comment down below, please, and let me know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Any
Karen.
more questions?
Karen, we've gotten to know you a little bit, and before we move on to different questions, I want to ask you the most important question that I ask all of my guests, which
Yeah.
is, what is the number one thing that has influenced you to be the person that you are today? And that's a hard question.
I think going to New York at 18 was great
Okay.
because I think it was really hard. But I also think that when things are really hard, you find out what you're made of, right? And you have to keep coming up with a plan.
Yeah.
You know, so what I mean about it's not about money.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is that, you know, I went to New York with very little money.
Yeah.
Now I had someone to stay with, but I got a job pretty soon. I don't know if that's the case now,
Yeah.
but you should never, you have to be tough
Mm-hmm.
and you have to just say, I can do whatever I want to do within reason.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to make a plan, it has to be a realistic plan. And I also think, and I want you kids to know this, you can actually live anywhere you want in the world if you want to go. It really is that simple.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start overthinking it, you're dead in the water. Sometimes you just have to get up and take a chance and go. Because the way I thought was, sure, if I don't like New York, I'll just get on the plane and come home again.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Sure. And when we came to Seattle,
True.
I knew nothing about Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that it had earthquakes, nothing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and Michael said, I think you'll like it. I'm like, oh, well, sure, if I don't like it, she'll just move again.
Yeah.
You know, you have to keep it that simple because otherwise you'll be too afraid to do anything in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I just think you have to just, you know, go for it. You know, don't be afraid to take a chance on things within reason.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you need to have a realistic plan that you can kind of, you know, like jobs that I got that I blagged my way into. I kind of had a feeling I'd be fit for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so
So
and even
just-
what I'm doing now, just it's all life experience. You know, you're gonna have bad times that are awful, and then you're gonna have really good times. The wheel keeps turning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you just have to, you know, I think I always felt that like, oh, you grow up, you get married, you have children, and it's all great. I don't think you stop learning until you die, tell you the truth.
Damn.
I think because I'm
Damn.
continually figuring out, okay, there's all these things I would love to do in my life, and I'm an old lady now,
Yeah.
you know. But oh no, I have a whole list of things that I'm really interested in. You have to always keep moving and thinking about things. And
What's something that you've learned in the last 10 years that you didn't before?
I've learned that all the things that I ever worried about
Mm-hmm.
were such a waste of my time. I spent so much mental energy in worrying about things that never came to pass.
Okay.
I think that, and you know, trying to control things.
Mm-hmm.
No, we are just little ducks in the pond, and you kind of just have to roll with how things go. And you know, I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I've been absolutely blessed with meeting very good people in my life
Mm-hmm.
that have, you know, hopefully I brought something to the table for them, and I've been good to them as they have been to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I always believe in paying it forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you help each other, you help people as best you can, because it does come back to you in some way, shape or form, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and patience. I think I'm far more patient now than I was,
Yes.
you know, definitely, you know, and I just kind of roll with whatever the day brings. I make a plan, but if it changes now, I don't really get too upset. I'm like, oh well,
Mm-hmm.
make another plan, you know,
Yeah.
and try and be happy. Enjoy the day that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a long time to learn that, though.
Have you felt like over the last, let's say, 5 years, time has been going by like faster than it usually has been?
Absolutely, because I've been over and back to Ireland for over 2 years now.
Yeah, you
It's
have been
actually
going,
like 3 years.
you've been going back and forth for a while.
I cannot believe 2 to 3 years have passed by.
Yeah.
Because it was COVID. You know, I went back shortly after COVID to help my mother with her
Mhm.
garden. And I've just been back and forth. I haven't been... How many flights have I done? I could get a job with Aer Lingus at this point. I should just be an air hostess.
Yeah.
Be so much better.
Shame we can't afford the first class, because I feel like that would make it such a better experience.
I did first class.
I've never flown first class.
Oh, Matthew.
I'm fucking dying to.
Dude,
You
it's
know
the
what?
best thing ever.
They send
bro.
me an email and you can bid.
You can bid for these
So
things?
I just got it, and I just, it's so hard. So they sent me an email, and I got a really cheap ticket for that return ticket. It was
Yeah.
really inexpensive. And then they sent me an email, would you like to make an offer for first class? So I did, and it was like €400. So I'm not,
How much is 400 euro in American?
Oh, probably like 550.
So it's
No.
less? A euro is less than USD?
I don't even know at this point, because
Fuck, we
well,
need
it's
someone
not
to check
too
this shit.
far, not much of a difference, I'm going to say. So I made the bid and I got first class. So I think
You got first class?
I got the first class ticket. So I think I am the princess. And when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
to the airport,
The prophecy.
when you get to the airport, Michael was with me. We go to the desk
Oh.
and there's like a load of people.
It's not that big of a difference.
See, there's not much difference, right?
400 euro is $447.83.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
447 USD.
Oh, Matthew,
Yeah.
it's so good.
So it's just $40 difference on our round. That's
Yeah.
not a lot.
Can you lean your seat all the way back, like flat?
Yeah, it goes into a
Fucking
bed.
Jesus.
And you know, so I get into first class, and I went on YouTube to see how to work the seat before I got on the plane, because I didn't want to show myself up, right?
Does it actually go back all the way?
Yeah, like a bed.
But like,
Dude,
don't
I'd
you have
And you
like?
get a pillow
kill
and a
for that.
duvet.
But don't you have like a TV on your seat that
Yeah.
the person behind you is watching? So like, if you go all the way back and they're
No,
still
not in
awake,
business class. They're all separated.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Different gig altogether.
I mean, when I went
I mean, you fly economy, so you wouldn't know.
Axel, it's amazing. So you get in,
you
right?
fucking piece of shit.
And you get in, and they give you... I always get a glass of champagne.
Yeah, wait, is the food they hand out just way better food?
You get proper cutlery.
And this is just to go to Ireland, right, from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I asked about the food, and you said the cutlery's better.
You
She's
get
still stuck in the
real
cutlery.
cutlery. I hate plastic cutlery.
What's your
So
thing
they
with
give you a
cutlery?
menu, and you order off the menu, and you get like starters, beautiful dinner, dessert, and then during the flight they say, "Would you like some ice cream or some treats?" And they give you like
Fucking
potato
my
crisps
God.
or chocolate, whatever you want. They give it to you, and
I won't believe this until I go first
They
class
give
to
you a
Ireland.
pillow and a duvet, and I flew
They
first
give
class.
you a duvet. I feel like it's just. I've gone first class one time. I got lucky because I was just offered
great.
first class, and it
It's
was to go
great.
to Guatemala. It was the best thing in the world. That fucking blanket they offered me was the thinnest thing in the fucking world.
No, you get a proper duvet.
Fuck.
I did it one year. I was leaving Ireland, and I'd been really busy, and I woke up the morning before the flight, and I was so sick. I got bronchitis.
Oof.
So I was like, oh God, how am I going to travel? But I was going first class.
Yeah.
So I get on. I was delighted because, you take the bus. I don't mind taking the bus from Donegal to Dublin. It's a good service. People are nice. It's cheap. So got the bus, jump off at Terminal 2. Business class, you get fast track security. Just hand your bag in.
Yeah.
Walk through security, no problem. And you can do the business class lounge as well.
Wait, real quick. At the casino yesterday, you were just moaning about how much you were dreading that bus ride.
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, it just, you see, I'm
Exposed.
very torn about the bus ride because
Oh, it's fucking horrible. There's
I don't mind
zero
it.
upside.
No, Karen, that fucking bus ride is shite.
I don't mind it because I'm tired when I get off the flight and I can get on and go to sleep.
How can you fucking sleep on
And I
that?
don't want to ask anyone to come and get
Oh
me
my
because it's 2.5 hours up the road for
But
them,
two-
2.5 hours back.
2.5 compared to like how long is it? Like
Four
a
and a
5?
half.
Something
It's
no.
terrible.
Last time it was like 5.
But
It's
It's-
bad.
it
That
could be
bus ride is
worse.
bad.
When you're really tired, the only thing is every single time I get on that bus, I have to go to the toilet. And they have a toilet on the bus, but there's a hole. You can see the road when you're in the toilet.
Actually,
You can see the road.
I wanted to use it last time, but I was just
Yeah,
so
you-
scared.
And just wait till you're on a straight road because getting flung around a corner is not a good thing
yeah,
when you're trying
piss and shit.
to. But it's, you know what? It's cheap. It's €23. It's fine.
I mean,
You
for
know,
the price,
whatever.
it is convenient.
It's very good
It's
service.
just like so uncomfortable. Like every time I've gone on that for the 2 times that I've gone, that is the area where I always get sick because there's always a person coughing.
Well, you know what? I used to always get sick leaving Donegal. But our friends there, sometimes they would take me to the bar before I get on the bus and I'd have 1 glass of beer. And I realised that if I had a glass of beer and I got on the bus, I didn't get sick. So now I
you're
always
telling
do
me
that.
to be drunk every
Just
time.
1 glass of beer. Nothing, just even a half a
You
glass.
heard it here, guys. My mother-in-law told me to be drunk.
Because I would get really car sick until you get to Enniskillen, where the roads are straighter.
Right now it's 11 p.m. here. It's 7 a.m. in Ireland.
Yeah.
So there's one cunt right now as we speak on the bus, hungover, dude, making that bus ride, thinking, I
Matthew,
swear
the
to God.
reason why you hate that bus is because you get on the bus with a terrible hangover and still half drunk.
Wait, yeah, I'll
you felt
just
awful.
I'll just tell. It's awful in general, but I'm just scarred from the last time
Scarred.
because dad does not take into consideration at all the actual dates that we fly. So like he'll always. So like everyone goes out on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So
Saturday night.
so he'll book the flights back home at like early Sunday
Well, that's
morning.
because he's got to work on the Monday.
Yeah, but fucking
Just thinking
take
about
the
your-
Monday
Just
off.
always think about yourself, huh, Michael? Huh? Think about us.
Oh
Think
my
about us.
God!
man.
So okay, so I'm a big UFC fan. So like, there were fights going on at like fucking 8 p.m. and in Ireland it was 4 in the morning.
Fuck.
And then I was staying up watching the UFC fights, and I was just drinking because
Because you were.
I don't know.
You're in Ireland. so-
Yeah, I was drinking. So fucking, I didn't even go to sleep. I went to sleep at no, the fights were over at 5 in the morning. We had to get up at 6. So fucking, I'm like, fine, I'll just fucking scroll through TikTok for an hour. Fuck me, oh my god. So then we fucking get on the bus ride, and then I'm just hungover. I'm not even drunk anymore. I'm just hungover.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep at all. I get on the bus, and it's just like the fucking, just like going all over the place. Fucking. It was like one of the only times I've been pissed that it was a beautiful day. The sun just fucking raining down on my fucking head. I just head splitting. Every time I could manage to get to sleep, we'd fucking just like go over some giant pothole and I'd nearly fall out of the seat. And fucking, so then it was that. And then you have to fucking stand in security and. Just traveling hungover is like one of the most miserable experiences ever.
What about the time you and I
were
fucking
fucking horrible.
Oh, Matthew, you were coming back with me.
And then I can't sleep. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot sleep properly unless I'm in a bed. Like even at my job, like I have to be at my job at 9. But sometimes, like, I don't have to actually go and drive until 11.
Yeah.
So I try to sleep in the car, but I just cannot get to sleep.
No.
Like, bro, I'm so jealous of how easily you go to sleep.
I mean, that doesn't mean I can fall asleep anywhere either. Like, I'm with you on the fact, like, I cannot sleep, like, how you're saying. I'm about to be like, I am lucky that I can knock the fuck out within 2 minutes as soon as I hit a bed.
Yeah,
but that's
I envy
only
you.
on a bed. Anything else, I have such a hard time sleeping. Like, I'll be moving back and forth as well.
I can't sleep on the plane. But then
Yeah,
I end
me
up
neither.
meeting people on the plane every time I fly.
Really?
I can only sleep on the airplane if the night before I stay up really late. Because then I'll be in the airport just tired as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, after
Yeah.
going through security, getting food, waiting for your flight to start boarding, like, I'm just
so
tired of that.
boring.
And I'm like, fuck.
Do you know what my dream is? My dream is for one day to, like, I'll probably only achieve this dream if I fly first class, but to get on the plane in Seattle, get into first class,
That's great.
and sleep the whole plane ride.
Oh, that's
So
great.
get on, take
But then you'll
off,
miss it.
sleep, and then wake up in Dublin
Take an edible.
after like a 10-hour nap, and I can just start drinking the whole day.
Take an edible.
Because it's so hard not to just start drinking when you get into Dublin.
Just start
Oh,
drinking
I
on
just
the
wanna
airplane,
get on
dude.
The bus and
Fuck
go.
that, bro. Fuck that.
You get drunk way faster because you're up.
Yeah, but then you're fucking wrecked when you get off the plane.
I don't.
Nah.
I have one
Yeah,
drink.
what do you mean,
on the
nah?
flight.
Yes.
I've done it before,
That's it.
no.
All right, well,
You know what? For
I'm
your
just younger than
40th
you.
birthday,
I
I'll
guess
buy
you
you
are.
for your 40th birthday. I'll buy you a first class ticket. How's that?
Sounds good, Mom. We'll chat then.
But they sent me an email this week, but they send it's a grid, and you make an offer and it's a sliding scale, but this time the sliding scale starts at €1,100.
We
Just
we already
Damn.
have the flights.
yeah.
Are we traveling back on a Sunday? I swear to fuck.
When are you guys coming back? Because we're moving that week that you guys are
Well,
gone.
We're all coming back. What do we see? It's
Guys,
the
if you
14th of November.
If you have
so-
made it this far, I just want to say thank
So,
you. I appreciate
November.
you.
Yeah, thanks. Drop a
Remember to
like.
like, subscribe, yeah.
Oh, the 14th
all the
is
good
actually
stuff.
a Thursday. So we'll get back Thursday night this way. No, is that
I just
Damn, you're gone for a
yeah,
week?
Aer Lingus.
Dude, you're gone the whole time we're moving in.
I know,
You
you better move
lucky
his
bastard.
bed.
Yeah, have
bro.
fun.
You
Are
lucky
you going to move his
bastard.
furniture for him?
We're going to move everything.
Okay.
Dude, you know what the worst part is?
What?
Romy's not gonna do a lick of work.
I know, it's going to be me and the
Well,
guys.
she's busy.
She's going to be
a
way too busy
full-time
with
nursing
schools.
student. She has no time. This is her new job.
I have
Plus
to
it's
hire a whole
physically-
fucking team, bro.
Yeah, you
College
better get your
hunks.
buddies.
College hunks.
Bro,
hit me
you
up, bro.
can use my truck if that piece of shit's working by then. Hey, actually, if you're watching this, like, be smart about investing in a vehicle, because a vehicle is very important.
Well, you know what the acronym
'Cause-
for Ford is?
What?
Found on road dead. Do you have a Ford?
Ford.
I do. I've had 2 Ford vehicles, and they were both.
Shite.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy a Ford.
Don't get Ford. Get Honda or Toyota, guys.
Yeah,
Be smart.
Toyota, baby. Toyota.
If you're gonna get a new truck, Matt,
Should've got
go
a
for a
Tundra.
Toyota, bro,
Should have got Tundra.
or a Tacoma.
Well, actually, the Ford trucks
Trust.
are supposed to be better than the cars, but we had 2 Fords and they were
No,
so
that's
bad.
They're bad.
bullshit.
So,
bullshit.
like,
That's bullshit.
Just completely going dead at the traffic light. So
The Ford
no.
trucks, they were good. I think until 2015. Guys, correct me. I'm not a big truck guy. No quemaca, but like, the Ford started putting something in their engine that made their engines like after like a certain amount of miles, it would break down or something would break.
Yeah.
That costed them like at least $10,000, and they had to go fix that.
Well, I think Toyota is good.
Toyota is the best way. If you're gonna get a truck,
Honda was the best car I ever had.
Yeah, I used to
tell you,
drive a
that thing
Prius.
hauled.
Prius
is
one of the best cars
Toyota's
out there.
great. You
Surprisingly
can put a
cool.
lot of miles on a Toyota if you keep it serviced.
Any Japanese car, let's be
Yeah.
real.
Well, the Mazda's good.
Isn't
I have a Kia in
is
Ireland,
Mazda
and
Japanese?
it's a great car. I've never had a Kia before, but this car is good. Very good. Solid little thing, you know?
I had a Kia until I fucked it into a brick wall.
Mazda is Japanese, so that's why it's also so good. Wait, what happened?
Well, you were lucky that you didn't hurt
She
yourself.
was saying,
considering
I have a Kia in Ireland. It's a great car. And I
Yeah.
said, I had a Kia until
you
I
had a really
fucked it
nice
into a
Kia
brick wall.
Sportage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your brakes
Did-
failed.
$20,000.
They just
worth
got
of damage to
jammed.
the community.
How did they get jammed?
Yeah,
I guess
how
I've
did
never
they
told that
jam?
story on the pod.
Yeah.
So,
Did your slipper get stuck or something?
no, so, this was a while ago. Fucking September, 10 months ago. Which is
Dude,
crazy.
No, 10
Oh,
months.
yeah,
That's a
that's
year,
bad
bro.
math, sorry.
I was
That's bad
just
math. It
after
was in
coming back.
January.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
there we go.
9 months.
Yeah.
So so for a lot of work I've just done DoorDash for any clueless Irishman watching. That's like it's just like a third party delivery.
Mhm.
You countryside folk wouldn't have that. They have it in Dublin. They have like fucking
Yeah, they do.
what's
They
it in
have one in
Dublin?
Dublin.
Uber Eats, I think.
Uber Eats, but Deliveroo.
Yeah, Deliveroo.
Yeah,
You
Deliveroo.
don't bring a taxi at home to do that.
Deliveroo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you guys know what it is. But just in
Yeah.
America, we have
Fucking
DoorDash.
Christ.
It's so any
Mhm.
fucking Yahoo can just like download DoorDash on their phone and start working
Okay.
like that same day. So basically, I just do that for work.
that fucking fly is massive. Rowan, can you
This is
open the
bad.
garage back door just a
No.
little bit? Just a little bit.
Bro, we've gone this far.
Nah,
Let's just ignore it best we can. Give him some
No.
wine.
Guys, help us. We
Let's
need
feed them
help
wine.
getting rid of
Yeah.
these fucking
Yeah,
flies.
give-
man.
Okay, let's feed them.
They're just dying for a bit of
Oh,
wine.
look, I had one in there trapped.
Did you?
Matthew has like 2 on his guys. We're not nasty. We're the cleanest
I
people
Yeah, the
think
thing is,
I
ever.
felt
The thing is,
something
I want
throat.
another glass of wine, but that
Hey,
that
baby.
cup has been fucking
Oh,
destroyed.
he's loaded
Dude.
now.
This is bad, bro. We can't film here anymore, bro.
Mm-mm.
This garage is just.
No, you
It
just
is
need
infested.
to not leave anything out. Oh my
But
god.
there,
Dude,
there
that
hasn't
one's-
been anything
Dude, I'm
down
gonna
here
I'm gonna
for a very
kick the
long
fuck
time.
out of that one.
Matthew doesn't like flies.
Matthew.
I don't
Bro.
blame him. You know that. You know how people cringe when they hear a
Matthew
fly
doesn't like
close to the
anything
ears?
flying
Like
since
that's
we was a
both of
baby.
us.
It's just,
But,
piss-
like,
it's just
That
annoying.
thing's coming for you, Matthew.
flies are just dirty too.
He can feel that you don't like him. That fly.
I
Karen knows,
actually
guys.
I actually don't even mind spiders anymore.
Karen,
It's just flies.
let's let Matthew finish his story, and then to finish this
Oh.
pod off, we'll have Karen read one of our tarot cards, either you or me.
Do you really want to do that?
Yeah, give the audience.
It's been nothing but good
First
things for
hand.
me and bad things for you.
They can't be worse than my situation that I am in right now, anyway.
Okay, so I'll tell the car crash story, my
Yeah.
tarot card experience.
and then,
and
go
then
from
when
there.
We'll
Oh,
both
yeah,
do a
he won't
reading.
let me. Yeah.
So I was just out delivering food. You know, it's decent enough money if you have a car, and I actually like driving. So I didn't mind doing it, but so basically Washington in particular is notorious for bad drivers. Like they're very,
No
very
shit.
bad. And so
Yeah.
basically, a week prior to the accident, I was at a light with no one there, and the light turned green, and I started to drive, but I looked to my left, and a car was flying through the intersection, and it was not going to stop. So I slammed on the brakes, and it went through the light at like 50 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I use my phone a lot while I drive, even though I shouldn't. So if I had been on my phone and wasn't paying attention, I would have been killed.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been killed 100%. And then I just, so yeah, that happened. Then a week later, the same thing happened, and I was pissed off that I didn't go after the person because it was so like insane.
Yeah.
So I slammed on the brakes. My phone flew forward,
Mm-hmm.
and then I almost just like, saw red. I just wanted to fucking chase this guy and catch this guy.
Yeah.
Because I was so like, bro, like I so nearly got killed. 50 miles an hour into your driver door, bro, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're very lucky if you don't die. So then I was chasing after this guy going down the hill, and my phone flew forward, and I'm pretty sure my phone got jammed in between like the floor and the brake.
Dude, what are the odds of that?
So I was like, not like nothing crazy, but I was like speeding a little bit to catch up to him.
Yeah.
And I went to hit the brake, and it's not like it was going down and it wasn't working. It wasn't going down,
Oh, okay.
the brake pedal. So then I was like, holy shit, like I'm barreling down this road,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm probably going to fucking die if I don't do something. So people always ask me, why didn't I put the emergency brake? And
Oh.
You just can't
May-
think fast enough in those
But
moments.
wait, but if you do that, doesn't the car like flip?
I wouldn't have done that.
No.
That's the worst thing you could do.
I would say it all really
Ta-
depends.
Tanner
how
was
you turn the
like,
wheel.
why didn't you use the emergency brake? And I was like,
Because you will put
Oh, I don't
yourself
know.
up in the air and tumble 50 times. If
Yeah,
you do. That's
and-
the wrong thing.
and so I actually like just randomly just like went back to the crash site, and so it was like right where I crashed, it was like about to turn left. So if
Yeah.
I'd crashed straight or to the right, it was like a 40-foot ditch.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
that's
show you
right.
guys
It
a
was a
video
big
of the
drop.
road
So-
so you guys know.
So if I had
Yeah.
gone down into the ditch, like I could have like died.
You probably would have
Or-
been
or-
seriously injured.
Yeah, and then stuck down there. Because
Yeah,
think of
and
how
then
long it would
trapped.
take to get me out.
Well,
I don't think you would have broken through the barrier though. Those things hold up to semi-trucks, bro. It's really hard. You have to
Mm.
be going like at least 100 or more.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
even then, if you were going that fast, if you were to crash,
Oh,
on it,
oh,
you
no.
would flip over.
Oh no. So like,
yeah.
so there was a rail down the majority of the road, but there
Mhm.
was one tiny section where it wasn't, and it went straight into the embankment.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I had swerved right, I swerved left, went through some bushes, hit a brick wall, and it flipped over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so crazy, actually. Like,
terrible.
because going through the bushes, I didn't see that I was about to hit a brick wall, so it was just so crazy. It happened so fast. And then I was just like flipped over on my side.
What
And-
did you do? Like when everything stopped moving, you know that moment because you're in like you've been in a car crash. You know that moment when everything just goes still.
Yeah.
It's done.
I was just like, I was just making sure I was okay, like, because I was like,
Tell them what you told me.
no, I wasn't like crazy in shock, but I was still like obviously shaken up.
Yeah.
I like thought, because like there was no mirror or I didn't have my phone
Mm-hmm.
for me to like look at myself, so I was trying to make sure there wasn't like something impaling my body.
Yeah.
that like, because a lot of times when that happens to people, they don't even realize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the
that's true.
adrenaline.
A lot of
shot.
people can get stabbed and they have no idea
Yeah, their
until.
adrenaline. Yeah.
And so I was just like feeling my whole, especially my head. Like imagine a fucking thing just going straight through my head. So yeah. So then I was just flipped over, like unclicked my seatbelt, fell down, and I mean I was surprisingly okay and calm,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just also inhaling a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
Mm, okay.
And it was a secluded hill road at night.
Yeah.
So I was really
Quiet.
lucky a guy like saw and came over. And
Did he try and get you out?
he tried. I couldn't. I was kicking the fuck out of the glass window,
Yeah.
but I was at an awkward angle,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get it open.
Oh, that's scary.
And then they had to like saw the window open, and
Yeah.
they put like a blanket over me, so no shards of glass like went into my fucking
How'd they
eye.
give you a blanket?
Yeah.
Well, I kicked a tiny hole in the window,
Oh,
but
so
not
they-
not a big enough hole for me to actually crawl out of.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. It was wild as fuck, and that cunt got away.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Then I was at the grocery store.
Probably has
rang
probably
me.
zero idea of what actually happened.
But sure, I saw what.
For real.
Were you with me? Who was with me today? Was Michael with me?
I'm
I
pretty
wasn't
sure it was
with you at
Michael,
all.
yeah.
I was with Michael coming from Costco. We were up at, coming from Microsoft 140th.
Perfect.
This car pulls out in front of oncoming traffic. So the cars are doing 40. This
Yeah.
little car peels around the corner. I do not know how the other driver did not hit that car. I don't know. We were just sitting watching the whole thing. It's just terrible here for that.
I was on the phone with you and Romy, and you like at California Burrito, you like almost got hit or something while I was on the phone with you guys.
Dude, fuck. So when you're going down that street,
Uh-huh.
it like the right lane merges into the left lane?
Yeah.
This fucking dumbass. People get confused going into California Burrito because like there's the gas station entrance and then there's
Yeah.
one in between the California and the gas stations, which it goes up to that little school that's back there.
Oh, yeah, that private.
This idiot
yeah.
thought it was that entrance, and he realized it wasn't. He turned back onto the main road, and I literally I had an eye on him the whole time for that specific reason.
Mm.
And I saw him brake and go back into the main lane, and I stopped, but if I wasn't paying attention, a regular person just would have been hit.
I'm sure it's terrible. It's defensive driving every time you go out on the road here. There's some
It's kind of arse.
arsehole. And I don't understand why people think it's good to use their turn signal after they've made the turn. What's the point at that point?
Oh my, I hate that
like,
shit.
Why?
I hate that shit.
After they've made the turn. So no, I don't have any patience here for driving.
I guess last thing is I'll just tell my experiences with with these tarot cards. So my first ever experience, at least that I can remember, because obviously like it was a while ago. It was like a couple of years ago. You just came back from Ireland.
Yeah.
So you were doing a card reading for Romy, and then I
yeah.
walked in. You were like, want a card reading, and I was like, sure. You read I don't know, like what it said, but it's had something to do with like you'll come into like a lot of wealth or something. Then the next day I won $5,500 sports betting.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. And then another thing, the other time was like you'll like start doing something on the side that will become very successful.
Yeah.
And then I started doing like the couch flipping stuff.
Yeah.
Which to those who don't know, like a lot of people online, like Facebook, just give away free couches. I just found out this like from YouTube that like you can just, if you have a truck, you can just go pick them up, take nice pictures, and just like give them away for a profit. And it's very easy actually. So I started doing that. And then the most recent one was saying I was going to meet a woman, and I've yet to meet a woman. Well, does it mean like just meet a woman or like find love?
When did you get that
woman
card?
in the grocery store
A while
checking
ago.
out your groceries, Matthew.
Huh?
Doesn't mean to say it could be. You see, the thing about it is the angel timeline is different to ours. You
Is
know,
it?
so it could have. When I do the cards, this could have already happened, or it could be yet to happen.
These are scary accurate.
They are.
Remember the night of the party before the wedding?
Oh,
Yeah.
the stag party.
Dude,
Yeah.
That was.
You fucking prophet is
And
what
it's not
Matthew called
me
you.
who it's Michael who always brings the cards out. But funnily enough, I always read better when I've had some beer because I think I'm more relaxed,
Cunt.
which is the weirdest.
I actually wasn't even gonna mention that. I was gonna say like, remember everyone left and it was like us four,
Yeah.
and then like
Oh, yeah,
Lucy,
we were
Eli,
down
and
here.
Isha, in the garage.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
right.
yeah. Damn, that was a long time ago.
And no, like
Yeah.
I like when I randomly sent you the money on Venmo,
Oh yeah.
and then
yeah.
Mom pulled a card that's like, you'll be a beneficiary of charity. then
So
you
you
just,
call
like,
me charity? You fuck.
I mean, yeah,
baby.
bro.
Fuck you.
You're not working right now, so.
He
fuck
was so
you.
good because not many.
Rainier, please, Rainier.
I am drinking a Modelo Rainier, but
No,
what we
Rainier
had.
will sponsor us because they'll want to hear more stories.
Okay,
from me.
bro, this is getting.
okay, guys.
Let's wrap this
We're
up.
gonna do
Yeah.
this card reading. I'll be.
We
I'll
might
be
have
the
to take
victim.
another break from the pod, because we can't fucking film in
No,
here anymore.
we
It's
won't.
that
Don't
bad.
worry. I'll just be filming in a different place in the house. I'm not taking a break from this.
We're not.
But right now,
Let's
guys,
while it's nice, let's just do the backyard or something.
We-
Jesus, look at the size of this cunt. Bro, look
Karen is about to read
Bro,
my
look
card.
at the size of that
Thirsty,
No,
baby.
cunt.
I see him. I see him.
Oh, it's awful.
So
I'll
here we go,
Bro.
get
guys.
some spray.
Enjoy this
Okay,
experience.
so who am I reading for?
Me,
You.
the
Okay.
host.
Because it's how long have we got for this pod?
We got about 10 minutes.
Okay, so
Fuck, I nearly got him, bro.
Yeah, Matthew trying to trap a fly.
Cup. Fuck. Bro,
Okay.
fuck this garage, bro.
is this censored for over 18s?
Yes,
All the
yes,
bad
yes,
words?
yes.
Yeah.
What do you think fucking George is gonna watch this?
You never know. Okay, so think of a few things that you want answered. You don't have to tell me. Keep
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
yourself because I'll know anyway.
Okay.
And you can pick 3 cards.
3. Okay.
Yeah, just concentrate on what you want. Some people shuffle them until they flip out, but I don't. I like you to pick your own cards.
This shit's scary, guys. Anything
It's
can
not
happen.
scary. It's a snapshot of your life right now. And this is the quick version. If you want to come to me for a reading, it's a lot more in depth.
Karen does
Takes
do
a lot
video calls,
longer.
guys. She's done this before.
Yeah, I do video calls
but
for
it does
whoever
cost
wants
money.
cards.
It costs.
It's about the
guys.
same
Remember
as
that.
hiring a lawyer, isn't it?
Pretty much,
It's
yeah.
like $100 an hour.
You put them there. Right, let's see how we're going to do this.
Dun, dun,
Are you afraid, Axel?
Dun, dun, dun.
You afraid?
Nah.
Okay.
You are.
Wow.
I am a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
This is tough when it's on a live pod.
Fuck it. This is how you guys get to know me.
Sorry. So, you see, again, the angel timeline is not the same as ours.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that this, because I know you so well, and that's the hard thing about when you read people, you kind of, you're not making anything up that you see in the card, but you just kind of know what's going on in their life. So I prefer reading people I know nothing about.
Yeah.
So this one,
Just say it,
God,
Karen. Just be honest. It's fine. Just be
Axel,
honest.
I feel like this is about one of your grandparents. So there's something,
Okay.
a bit of sadness, and you're going to need time to heal. And I feel like you might have a bit of regret of what you haven't done.
Wow. That
So-
is some crazy shit right there.
So I haven't spoken to you about your grandparents, but there's something.
No, yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're
Wait,
not
does it
wrong.
say
Yeah.
grandparents? What does it actually say?
I've great sadness, time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So I feel like you have regret of what you haven't done or said. So
Okay.
something's coming. You need to be ready. Do
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have a feeling.
You do.
I said it beforehand.
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
I'm not gonna say it on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, no.
I'll tell
but
you after.
There's something.
Yeah.
And see this picture? There's you.
Yeah.
So just my advice to you on this is say what you need to say now.
Okay.
Have no regrets of whatever happens down the line.
Okay.
So, that was a really tough card out the gate.
Some real
especially
shit right now,
live.
guys.
Okay, so this is a King of Fire card, and it's motivational, idealistic. ambitious and charismatic. And Matthew, you're not helping me concentrate during the reading.
That fly's
You
just
might get thrown out of the room.
massive.
So this one is all about you. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So moving forward now, you can I feel like this is your career card. You know, you're gonna have to really figure out what's lining up for you.
Can you repeat it? Sorry.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
This card, it's focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So this could be to do with your podcast. It could be to do with your day job.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, if there's stuff coming up in your day job, you think you might have to change from that.
Yeah.
You better have a plan. Have something
Okay.
in your back pocket.
Yeah.
You know, plan A, plan B, and cover yourself. Especially with you guys all moving out and us leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You need to cover yourself.
Yeah.
Matthew, can you sit quietly,
The
leave the
fly
room?
keeps fucking
Just let it
coming
fucking
over, bro.
be,
Yeah,
bro.
please,
Let it
bro.
be. The worst thing it'll do is just kiss
Yeah,
you.
we can't ban you from the podcast. So that makes perfect sense for where you're
I'm gonna
at
kill
now,
this cunt.
as
Yeah.
much as I know.
Oh my god, he's fucking fat. Don't
Okay,
break the
and-
bottle. Don't break the bottle. Let it.
I'm
Just
making
let
a
it be.
fuss
This is
over
not-
something minuscule.
Okay.
Sorry,
Continue,
go ahead.
Karen.
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Seems being a
Can we
pussy.
ignore the fly?
The last card, guys.
There's a lot. This is too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. So you need to lighten up a little bit with everything going,
That's fucking weird.
right?
Oh fuck. I hate these cards.
You
They're
need
always
to
so
lighten
fucking
up,
accurate,
bro.
dude.
So you're being too serious. You kind of have to go with the flow, but you need to make your plan A, plan B, and cover yourself.
You know, it's kind of hard to do that when the first card was something like not
Well, your
that
first
nice.
card is. That hasn't happened yet. I don't believe. I don't have a. I feel something's
That's the
coming.
worst part. Yeah, that's you saying that doesn't make the situation better.
No, it doesn't, because I don't think that's come to pass. There's something.
Yeah.
So this one, though, a lot going on at the one time, because there's a lot going on for all of us here.
Yeah.
You know, but you just kind of have to roll with it, but have a plan A, plan B, plan C, cover yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you can do. Do you want to pick another card just for last one? before
Fuck
we-
it, just for the people watching. Why not?
So, anyone wants a reading?
Not bad so
Comment
far
below.
compared to what you've gotten.
Well, I think I
I don't
should
like
do
that
one for
first
you,
card.
Matthew.
Dude, this fly's like in my head. He keeps fucking coming up.
Buy
bro.
some spray.
Romy, get some spray.
No, that's really toxic for you as well.
I don't give a fuck. I'm murdering this cunt.
Oh fuck! It's something bad, guys. She took
No,
forever
it's
to say
not.
something. Nah, you took forever to say something.
No, sometimes you just have to kind of think about it and get a bit of a feeling about it. So, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there's no problem.
Oh my fucking god! I hate these fucking cards. I hate
You know
this shit
exactly
so
what
much.
this is applicable to in your life, Axel. I know you do. So you gotta. But here's the thing: you can sit and not make a decision but at some point, you will have to. Your hand will be forced. So you're always better to make the decision for yourself than someone else. And I don't know what that means, but Romy, the wife, does, because I know by how she's smiling. So you have to, there is something here you have to address. And you're better just to address it instead of,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go, brother.
Before this podcast ends, because this camera's gonna end soon, I already know. Just want to say, Karen, thank you so much for coming on the
Thank you for
podcast. I hope
having
you had
me.
a great time. Hold up. Chill. We gotta address the guest. You're a co-host on here.
Yeah, you were signing off, bro.
Not yet. Hold up.
Does that not sound like you signing off?
No. We gotta give her a big thank you. She just did a whole fucking thing, like card reading and all that, you know?
Yeah. Message the boys.
She's more
if
important
anyone
than
wants a
you and
reading.
me. But yeah, like I was saying, Karen, thank you. She will be on that episode later on down the line when she's back from Ireland, so keep an eye out. If you want to get your cards read,
Want a
comment down
private
below.
reading? Comment below.
Let us know. I'll let her know. We'll set this shit up.
Yeah.
But also, thank you to my co-host, Matthew Doran, for
But I
being on the
could-
pod.
I could do like a a regular free card pull, general reading for your viewers if you wanted.
Let us know, guys. Again, Matthew, thank you. I appreciate you.
You want a card?
Well, that's what I thought was gonna happen, but Axel's ending the pod.
No,
It's
we
100.
can-
It's a minute and 29 right now, so it's gonna end on there. That's why.
Oh, okay, we have.
If you're gonna get your
Uh,
cards read, I don't want it to cut off halfway.
You can have.
So
Alright.
let me
one.
turn it off, and then I'll add it.
No, there's no time. I didn't know that, so
My bad.
you're good. This fucking let's end the pod.
Okay, guys. Like I said, Karen, thank you. Matthew, thank you. Don't forget, guys, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Just look up Grew Up Influence. Download the episodes. Rate us at 5 stars. It really helps. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button down below. Leave a like. Leave a comment if you have any questions for me. You want to set up a tarot card reading, or you want to know anything about Matthew. Just comment down below. Let us know. Without further ado, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Peace.
Thank you. Peace out.